I guess it's anonymous, put out a name this morning.
Self-described leaderless network of activists and hackers.
Not a leaderless group.
Wait.
Or a leaderful.
Anonymous started in the dark corner of a web in some murky petri dish. It started as a joke. What if 4chan was just one person? Every thread, every troll, every disgusting, horrible, abhorrent, horrific thing that was said on 4chan, a beautiful thing, what if it was just one guy? Not that long ago was this joke made. Look at this city right now. To a crowd of 200 locals chanting at the top of their lungs when 5 kids in a mask come onto the street. And those kids can't walk down the street without being thanked. It's humbling.
We're not kids.
No. Well, we're all kids in a sense.
No, we're not kids.
But we're grown-ass fucking men. Anonymous was the experiment that we didn't have to have anarchy and chaos in the streets. Let's do it in a collective, mental, imaginary world. And then we can take it here if it's good. Caught up in the ego and self-righteousness and all the preaching, and I mean, we're not as conscious as we think we are. Fibonacci sequence, everything on you is like symmetrical. Your arm is the same size as your foot, and like the way that your specific mathematical equation. The same applies to the formation of galaxies. You can see it in flowers, the way the flower blooms. It's in everything. Why would macro reflect micro in such a way? It all fucking ties together. You look at vibrations and frequencies, and Tesla and Einstein would say the same thing. You are made up of atoms. I should be able to put my hand through you. You're 99% empty space. Yeah, the only reason I can't is because shit's moving so fast. The same physics that apply to the way the electrons go around is the same physics that apply in the macro universe. They wouldn't have been able to establish such control with religion if there wasn't truth to it. Money, religion. What's the rest of the system? Money and religion?
Money.
Money. Well, that is their God. That is their God. We need to change our ways of thinking if we want to change the world. What's going to change the world is people identifying the ego. Dropping the fear to identify what's dark within inside themselves. To be able to choose light. Hate's not the enemy. Fear is the enemy. People are terrified of silence. What it would be like trying to meditate during a protest or a demonstration. This is an interesting idea. I can meditate on a beach all day. Like, can I meditate during a riot? Yeah, and more so. Like, as they were carrying me, they were giving me multiple different orders to stand up and walk when I'm being dragged and attacked. And cooperative, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I stopped trying to be cooperative at that point because I was being attacked and kidnapped for legally demonstrating. When people ask me, why are you here? Why am I not here?
Seeing a lot of different shit that's all fucked up in this world, and basically wanted to fucking do something about it. Global change. I bought a one-way ticket from Boston. I'm not the type to speak my mind. I don't really give a fuck what anybody thinks or what they have to say. I don't like what I have to say, fuck you. It's like, that's my opinion, it's my voice. I'm gonna fucking use it. People need to get up off their asses and fucking do something. You know, I mean, sitting on the couch watching TV, but you're just talking, people sit there and complain about it. Stop your fucking bitching and get up off your ass and do something. I mean, nobody's gonna do it for you. This isn't our revolution, this is your revolution. These are your streets, not our streets, they're your streets. It ain't just Ferguson, it ain't just the United States, it's not just Palestine, it's not just Syria, it's not just Israel.
Everything going on with the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, we have people in Gaza holding up signs for Mike Brown. People want to take care of each other. John said it best, it's one movement now. It's Aaron Swartz. It's the fact that a kid who, terms of service violation, that we all commit every day by checking a box and not reading it, 50 years in jail, $500 million in fines for a terms of service violation. It was cruel and unusual punishment. They were trying to throw a book at somebody. And let's keep in mind who this somebody was. A kid who co-founded Reddit. A kid who designed the RSS feeds.
They tried to force Martin Luther King to kill himself.
They did. And granted, so Aaron wasn't as strong as Martin. I think there's a difference between complaining and observing. And there's a difference between sharing truth and bitching. Did anybody take to the streets? Nobody made Anonymous come from the internet to me.
I made a split decision overnight, and I left that very same night to come down here to Ferguson. I've been fighting this fight every day for 2 weeks. The people of this Ferguson community has been fighting this fight for 115 days. The very first day I came down here, we brought police officers out to the streets, and they came out in full riot gear. We out-of-towners that came here to protect these people against the police state. Prior to that verdict coming out, you have been seeing nothing but politicians crying that this is going to be peaceful. The day of the verdict, there was no peaceful protest being allowed. We marched to the end of the block. Right now, the city's being burned. Multiple buildings are on fire. We tried to peacefully protest. They refused to let us march and peacefully protest. They agitated this fight. They brought this on themselves. They had no intention of letting us peacefully protest. I was trying to stop these guys from looting and burning, but after they started shooting off those tear gas, there was no stopping that shit. They shot tear gas at us. They shot some of us with these rubber bullets. The girl that lost an eye had to bang on the hospital doors for about 10 minutes screaming before they sent a police officer to open the door for her. While I was battling the tear gas, I was enveloped in it. I came out, I could not breathe. I fell to the floor, and an independent reporter and his cameraman grabbed me, picked me up. They said, "You have to keep moving. You have to get your lungs open. This is wrong. This is so wrong, and you have to be here to see it. You have to come out here and you have to see it for yourself. You have no right to judge these people any other way unless you come out here and see what it is they're up against." When I first came out here, I had the idea that they shouldn't be burning down these businesses. That's kind of changed since I've been down here. A lot of what I used to think has changed since I came down here. Seeing what the media does and how the media spins the story. How the media makes you feel sorry for the police officers who are having bottled water thrown at them while they're throwing tear gas and shooting us with rubber bullets, aiming shotguns at us. Aiming shotguns into the crowd and assault rifles on top of their MRAPs at the crowd. I'm not out here looting, I'm not out here burning. Yesterday I was arrested for the 5th time. Ferguson PD, you should have expected us. And to everyone else who's watching, we're expecting you. Time to stand up.
If we had anarchy or chaos, we would all kill and rape each other. Total anarchy and chaos of the human mind. That was the anonymous experiment. The ultimate human experiment. And through that, the OG moral fags, as they used to be called, the spiritual ones, love won out the mass of the collective. Love won. In a no-holds-barred match of no fucks given. It was a lot of no fucks given in a much different, and love won with anarchy. Love won. It now has evolved into this collective of people who know their rights to a T, beliefs in these rights. People who want to protect those rights for other people. The beautiful thing about the second coming and what is love is that it accepts all. I think we're ready to grow up. I think we're growing up as a species and we're ready to be responsible. Maturing entity. What else are we supposed to do here? Especially now with the history of all this corruption and murdering and war. Do what's right, don't do what's wrong. Stand up for what you believe in. You have a voice for a reason. Why not use it? First, we should probably get everybody clean water. Then we should probably feed everybody. We should probably make sure everybody has a house. Because, like everybody knows, those resources are there. Born into a world that you didn't ask to be born into. You don't understand how you came into it. And you don't know where you're going. You didn't ask to be here. Shouldn't everybody get a fair part? If there's 7 billion people, shouldn't that be everybody gets 1/7 billion of what there is? That seems fucking fair to me. It's just so fucking simple. I don't even want to fucking talk anymore. It's so fucking simple. It's retarded. I was asked this in DC. So you guys like Marxist, anarcho-capitalist, liberal, and I was just like, please stop. Just shut the fuck up. Not literally, that's not what I said, but in my mind. And I was like, no, we are above all of that. Okay, let's say truth is a straight line. This is human evolution. It's a vibrating frequency. And like, as the frequency gets like faster, as you raise the vibration, it intersects the truth more often, and then eventually it's just one with the truth. And put your trust off in the universe and just be yourself and just see what happens. Then you're not looking at everything. You're not looking at everything inside yourself, and you're not looking at everything outside yourself. Really, if you bash on Anonymous, you don't understand the idea. You're bashing your own voice. That's it.